to another episode of Love, Sex, Lies, and Reality Talks. Today, it's about learning the truth that your heart was never broken. At some point in time, we all would experience what we call a heartbreak and think that this partner has just left us in a place where we don't belong. But the truth is that your heart was never broken. And let me say that again. The truth is that your heart wasn't broken, and it will never be broken. What happened to you was an awakening, but because you don't know who you are, you took it as your heart was being broken. And we labeled the term heart being broken as something that sends us into this depressed state of mind, and we stay there for a while without even trying to figure it out. Some of us will end up having rebounds, some will settle for friends with benefits, and some will keep searching for love, thinking that this person they find will be the one to stop the heartbreak. Reality is that you experience that because you don't yet know yourself. And what you experience is a conscious awakening to reconnect with yourself. And the fact that you need to reconnect with yourself shows that you are running outside of yourself to seek for the love that you need within you first. And if you're not seeking the love that you need within yourself first, it becomes easier for you to keep experiencing the repeated patterns and cycle of people constantly breaking your heart and you feeling like you're lost in your own world. No one can truly help you find you until you commit to finding you. Let me say that again. No one can truly help you to find you until you commit to finding you. And finding yourself is asking the question, starts with asking the question, who am I? And when you come to understand yourself, you will realize that everything that you were longing for in somebody else was a projection of everything that you're missing in your own life. Because no one can give you what you truly need until you start to give it to yourself. And I'm going deeper today because as a coach, I get a lot of this on a weekly basis, daily basis, hourly basis. And it's coming to the point that people are constantly focusing on this romantic relationship than focusing on building a healthy foundation that will lead to a healthy relationship. And then you can now add romance. That's the bonus to your relationship. Romance is not a relationship. It's fantasy. Let me just say that again. Romance is not a relationship. It's fantasy. It's the fantasy that you add to a healthy relationship to spice it up. And if you keep looking for romance, you will be lost in your own life and you will not truly understand who you are. And people will keep bringing you that conscious awakening. But without getting the conscious awakening, you will keep getting lost in your own world. No one truly knows who they are until they start doing the work. The work is the hardest part of the journey of life. Let me say that again. Doing the work to find yourself, to discover yourself, to know your true self is one of the hardest journeys you would ever take in life, especially if you've been broken several times. And we call it broken, but it's not really broken. It's just you getting lost in your own world without really being consciously aware of it. And it's not brokenness, it's an awakening. And if you're not connecting or tapping into the awakening moments, then you're going to keep getting lost in the journey without truly finding yourself. Once you start to know yourself, you realize the relationship is not what you need first. What you need first is knowing and understanding yourself, so that when you're now meeting these partners on the dating game, which is vetting and sorting, you will now begin to recognize the patterns that you don't want in your own life, and you will be able to vet the partners properly based on what you know about yourself. When you don't know yourself, it's easy to go seek for yourself in other people and think that the love that you may not have had from childhood that has caused the emotional pain or trauma is what you need to go find outside. Everything that we need is within us, within, not without. And so when you're not within yourself, you'll be without yourself. And when you're not without yourself, you're going to be seeking outside of yourself for everything that you truly need. And that brings you more pain than you really need in your space. So today, I want you to take a look at all the relationships that you've had in the past. How well did they bring you a conscious awakening to discovering yourself? You may have said, oh, this guy is so mean. He's this, is that. This woman is a piece of crap. Da 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 da. And you go on and blah, blah, blah. But you're not coming home to yourself to really take a look at the role that you played in it and how you let yourself go in it. And until you start to look at how you let yourself go in the relationship, what you allowed, what you tolerated, what you think was normal, what you did in a manipulative or controlling way to try and get the partner to be in your space, the begging, the sorting, the begging, the chasing, the pleading that you did just to self-abandon and people please, and that did not pay off. So as you look at those relationships, look at the role that you played. Look at what you did that made you lose yourself. Look at what the person taught you about yourself. Look at what the person taught you about relationships. Look at what you taught yourself and the lessons that you learned from that relationship. Each relationship you had in the past, go through it. And if you haven't been in a relationship, this is where you need to start evaluating your core values. What are your core values that you cannot compromise? Core values are what helps you keep your character and integrity intact. And if you don't have core values, it's time to work with the coach to start establishing your core values and your relationship goals, so that when you have an idea of what those are and you start to implement those, then you begin to see a bigger picture of what you need in your life, and you're able to start to meet your own needs first. And then when you start meeting your own needs, you will realize that you would attract more people that are a true reflection of who you are into your own life. And as you attract more people into your life that make you understand that you're on the right path and you're already vetting and sorting them, you'll be able to sift out the distractions, because not everybody's meant to be in a relationship with you, and you're not meant to be in a relationship with everybody. But if you're not able to sift out the remnants, the distractions, then you will keep breadcrumbing yourself and accepting breadcrumbs as your only option. And in that instance, you will never make yourself a priority. You will make yourself an option in your life's journey. So the goal is always to come back home to yourself and do the work. And when you're doing the work in your own space, you're able to see the clarity that you need to understand your own life. And as you understand yourself, you would understand what you need. And as you're meeting those needs, you would understand what you need in a partner and what you're looking for in a partner, so that you're not allowing yourself to get lost in life, but you're allowing yourself to evolve, and you're learning the lessons, and you're gaining the conscious awakening about who you are daily and how you're self-sabotaging, and you're making corrections in your own space, so that it's not like repeated patterns and cycles that become a habit and a lifestyle. Reading that quote about watching your patterns, they become a habit. Your habit becomes a lifestyle, and when you make it your lifestyle, it changes your behavior if it's unhealthy. And when you go into that unhealthy place, that pain and trauma is easily accepted as your norm, than you accepting the love and the light that you need to evolve and gain the support that you need from a partner that complements you, and you both evolve together. That's all I have for today's episode. Remember to never stop loving while living. And you stop loving, you stop living. When you stop living, it means it's time to come back to the maker. And by the way, if you have any topic that you want me to talk about on Love, Sex, Lives, and Reality Talks, feel free to DM me, send me a message at coaching@kemisogunle.com, and read more articles on my website as well, and learn more about relationship building for yourself first before rushing into a relationship, because no one can truly break your heart except you choose to give it away. And when you choose to give it away, you know what? You will be lost in your own journey, and you don't need to be lost. You need to be found, and you need to also make yourself a priority, not an option, because you are indeed the CEO of your life. Until next time, have a great weekend. Talk to you soon. God bless. Bye-bye.